I don't know what to do. Why go to a Fate Weaver? Why? Sometimes I don't feel this way. Sometimes it's reassuring, but not right now. Not when it's so close. I still think it's a blessing. Talking to that Fate Weaver means I can make good on the time I have left. But how can I tell my family? It's like erasing the smiles from their faces, or like killing the joy in their hearts. Why would I do that? So I don't feel guilty about deceiving them? Isn't that just selfish? Is it completely selfish to not tell them, so I don't have to see them upset? But facing this alone, truly, truly alone, I can't do it.
The kingdom cursed by maid's dread hand, when all were doomed to sleep, the lovely bell-maid rescued all, despite her cause to weep. And why did bell-maid cry, you ask? Her king Wenson was ill. The evil maid of Windermere had tried to break his will. should not be seen talking to you. It isn't good for my reputation. Goodbye.
So many warriors, but only one seat on the Court of Enchantments.
Listen, all of you. As you've clearly heard, a rare vacancy has occurred in the House of Ballads. There has been an event, a great twist in the narrative of our kind. Sir Sagrell has fallen. Sagrell, slayer of Ozigan, defender of the crown of Haxi, has been defeated. A death in the House of Ballads gives an opportunity, a chance for one hero to join the ranks of the greatest champions in Fae-telling. Olaine, Creth, Wenson the Bold. Do any of you, have the courage to pass the confirmation? If you do, your adventures will be sung to the heavens for all eternity.
Have you heard? Sagrell has been bested by the Thresh. Wait, you're a mortal. Oh my.
You can't possibly expect to compete for a seat in the House of Ballads.
What is it? I am about to claim one of the telling's greatest songs. I don't want to stand around discussing it.
Mundane don't belong.
Wander elsewhere, mundane thing. This does not concern mortals.
We Fae do not appreciate mortals tampering with our affairs. There is no higher honor than to earn a noteworthy role in the telling. They make up the cornerstone of our shared experience. The House of Ballads' function is to ensure that the mightiest Fae heroes do not fade into obscurity, that they are always with us in the present. I am Phaikon, speaker of renown the world over. I've claimed many ballads, but none so important as those sung by the Court of Enchantments. This is my third attempt at claiming a seat in the House of Ballads. Perhaps this telling will be the one. Call it history or the past. Each life tells a tale. But there is no yesterday, as there is no tomorrow. It is all today, one grand and vibrant telling. Our narrative continues to be spun. Even your presence here, while strange, is part of the changing picture. All Fae know of the storyteller. He is the caretaker of the telling and has been since the first spring began. When you stand before the knights of the Court of Enchantments, you bask in the glory of all Fae. While all of our kind play a role in the grand telling, it is the feats of a legendary few that bear remembering. These knights lead the House of Ballads. I wish not to waste my words on you. Now go. The audacity! Leave us, mortal.
Begone, outsider.
Greetings.
This does not concern you, mortal. You would not, could not, understand. One of our most beloved heroes has fallen. Sir Sagrell's passing leaves his legend in peril. A seat in the House of Ballads cannot remain empty, lest the great stories end. And that must never happen. Sir Sagrell, Slayer of Ozigan, Lord of the Morning Mists, and Defender of the Crown of Haxi, was one of our most beloved knights. His tales have endured for generations. Several days ago he departed to do battle with the Grave Thresh, his most famous and legendary foe. But there was an event, a twist in the story. In this telling, it was the Thresh that bested Sagrell. Such an outcome has never happened. I don't know what to make of it. We are the collectors of tales, the warriors of lore, the most respected of all Summer Court heroes. Our deeds are known across the Fey lands. Our great knights, Wenson the Bold, Airmer the Pure, Olaine the Kind, are destined to repeat their quests for all eternity, that no Fey may ever forget. They remind us of who we are and what we've done, of our greatest achievements and our deepest losses. The house ensures those defining tales are never forgotten. You are bold, but that is not how tales are told in the House of Ballads. Only a worthy Fey hero may finish his quest, complete his story. However, these are strange times. Magic weaves itself in new patterns and change. It is the one thing with which we Fey have no experience. If you so choose, join the other pledges. You too may attempt to defeat the Grave Thresh, recover Sagrell's ring, and take his seat in the House of Ballads. The lair of the Thresh is east of this great house, in the hollow of Gorgoeth. In the evenings after dark, you can hear its disturbed slumber. The cries are unsettling. For many seasons, the Court of Winter ruled alongside us as allies. There is no spring without the cool decay of autumn, no bright summer without the snow. Yet, even as our power wanes, theirs is mysteriously on the rise. Surely you have felt it. He is Wenson the Bold, Falcon of Detir, Annihilator of Elkmar, Captain of the Gilded Gorgon, Grasper of the Spear of Light, and Baron of the Forsaken Plain. Wenson founded the House of Ballads many seasons ago. It was meant to be a source of pride for all Summer Fae. Our glory belongs to everyone. We are the soldiers of summer, the guardians of the light of spring. When our cousins in the Winter Court celebrate the darkening of the skies, we revel in the dawn. However, our cycle is changing. Everyone has noticed the fires on the sea, the monsters in the east, and the whispers on the lips. The Summer Court is in decline. It is a popular tale, featuring the Summer Court's most treasured rogue. One afternoon, Sagrell, his head sleepy with wine and dreams of women, awoke to a terrible roar. The treacherous Maid of Windermere, villain of the House of Ballads, was summoning forth a beast from beneath the earth. She wished to send it against Wenson himself. When the maid departed, Sagrell tread into the beast's lair and killed it, only to realize that it was simply the first of many deadlier enemies. What a song! The creation of a new form of magic, a permanent magic, was a necessity for our kind. The rise of the mortal races coincides with our decline. Lore stones are a faulty method of remembrance, one that can be changed, destroyed. But the cairns, they are invulnerable to harm. They are forever. I am Hallam the White, seeker of the Stone of Val, Baron of the Drowned Forest, slayer of Argoth the Mighty, and Chamberlain to the House of Ballads. Many in the House of Ballads call me the Storyteller, for I watch over the Summer Court's anthology of experience. Go now, and make the song your own.
Glynel, I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Intriguing. And why would such a thing be revealed to a child of dust?
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Glynel, lore master of the House of Ballads. Give the codex over to him, and he may have your answers. Lore master Glynel has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient Fae stories. The codex you found isn't just any lore stone. Just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to shed some light on the issue. I'm a woman of many talents, and we're all taught that we must use our talents for the greatest good, right? Glynel's one of the greatest balladeers amongst the Fae, and the most learned lore master you'll find outside of Issa. And as it happens, he owes me a favor. The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature, but they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance. The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. They aren't evil, but they aren't exactly the best of friends. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court, but since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability. The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court, led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They've taken power and declared war on mortals. They use raw prismia to enhance their power, and their devotion borders on madness. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. Titarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer, but he hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Titarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to the dangers around him. We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. We despise open war. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms. The Fae do not have a written language, so their tales are their lifeblood, their history, and their future all in one. The House of Ballads is where they enshrine these legends and celebrate them time and again. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing. For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts. Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence. We've known for a long time that Prismere crystals allow us to store and focus magical power. The gnomes use it in their grander inventions, when they can get it. But we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous army I've ever seen. You haven't been around much, have you? The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races. The Codex of Fate is no simple lore stone. It's more subtle and complex than any mortal could comprehend. But a lore master of ballads may be able to interpret it. Be on your way.
Yes, mortal. You must be Lady Shear's friend. She speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough to be worth recording in its own right. But let's see this codex. The fabled Codex of Destiny. When the Fate Weavers formed their order, our High King gave his own wisdom to assist them. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift, but why did it reveal itself to you? Nonsense. All children of dust have a story that is written before you see your first dawn. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end to the endless. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm sure you think it is. I fear you must have been taken in by a forgery. A perfectly created one, perhaps, but a forgery nonetheless. But this codex speaks of impossible things, changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies. To ascribe these lies to the High King would be... I'm sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies. Is there a meaning to it? Only its author could tell you. He is an offense to our people. He upsets the natural order, and his war breaks the cycle. I will speak no more of him. As antiquarian, I'm keenly aware of the lesser ballads in Fey telling, and do my best to ensure that they're not lost in the wide river of time. I'm keeper of the Echo Stone here in the House of Ballads. It has only come to us recently, but I find its purpose most fascinating. It is a new relic crafted by several of our most attuned Fey mages. Usually the notion of new repels me, but in this case, I can't help but feel a spark of curiosity. The Echo Stone can be used like a lore stone to experience past narratives, stories that have long since left the lips of their tellers. However, one can only use the Echo Stone if he has the right matching cairn, a magical key devised by Hallam the White himself. All of us in the Western Feylands are subjects of High King Tatarian. Our presence maintains the natural balance, bringing the green of spring at winter's end. For you, tales are naught but a reminder of your inevitable decline, but for the Fae, our tales are eternal reminders of our truest selves. Here we celebrate the very heart of our kind. The greatest of our tales, reborn and relived. We are the story that is told in every age, with different words, but the same meanings. We are the blazing summer and the brooding winter, forever following one another. We are, as we have always been and shall ever be, no more and no less. Every creature has its story. The wake it leaves behind in its travel, that is a telling. It is a narrative of defeats and victories that give every life meaning. Our Fae telling goes on from creation deep into the hidden end. Until then, we celebrate the small songs, the ones that celebrate the spring in which we find ourselves. The role of the storyteller is the most important to the Fae in the Court of Summer. He watches the telling as it unfolds. His gaze is not on one ballad, but all of them. His wisdom is above us all, even the lords and ladies of the House of Ballads. The High King guides us in all the grand telling of the Fae. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly new, and he dismisses it. Tragic. No, I bet my blades that it's real. Lionel may be a very learned scholar, but it's been ages since he had to learn anything new. Most Fae don't take well to new ideas. If this old fool thinks the High King would never have written the Codex, then it's all the more important that the High King see it. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Isa. Very few mortals are permitted in its gardens. I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Nirelem is a private person, and he carries a grudge against me, although perhaps person isn't the right word for him, nor is him. You'll find him in southeast Dalantoth at Caer Nirelem. Just head towards the giant tree, and, well, you'll see. That old coward. He may have lived 100 heroic lives, but he's lost the moment he faces something truly new. Pathetic. That codex isn't just a complicated lore stone. It seems to tell a tale most Fae don't want to hear, and created by High King Titarian himself, no less. Interesting. Nirelem is the oldest living mortal. He remembers the time before even the Fae called these lands home. You should see how they cherish him. He rarely grants an audience to visitors. His tenders say he knows the future as well as the past. It makes him very particular about what he says. You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Nirelem and I have our disagreements. None of us could have foreseen the rise of Gadflow and his army, but we should have, and now we're all facing the price. Good luck with Nirelem, and ignore anything he says about me.
You are brave, mortal. The thresh is no trifle beast.
Greetings, mortal. A mortal has never reached for a seat in the House of Ballads. Watch yourself.
day. How can I help you? You are the mortal I've been hearing about. How dare they say you're meek? Why, to me, you look as fierce as a troll. My telling is not one of battle and bravery, but of binding. I served Wenson himself back when the great ballads were new. We did not sing them then. We lived them. The songs of the House of Ballads are not simply stories. They are part of the magic that unites us all, summer and winter alike. They move through us like the seasons. There are some who believe our time of glory is on the decline, that our ballads will fade into mortal history like whispers. I say, never underestimate a good story. I can help you with any gems or shards. Speak to them on your behalf. It isn't as hard as you might think. Unless they're stubborn, of course. I will be here waiting.
Have you heard that Bloody Bones is about? Be vigilant. Greetings, child of the dust. What is it? Welcome to the Summer Sanctuary, where the seeds of knowledge are sown and nurtured. I see you are a stranger and a mortal. I am green, and I possess the healer's warmth. Do you have need of my services? Have you been injured in your mortal war? If you ask me, our kind should be moving east to aid the Alpha. We are part of a bigger world now. The telling has changed. We cannot ignore what you call the future. For our kind, healing is simply a matter of asking our bodies to mend themselves. For one like you, it's more complicated. I don't know how you lasted this long. All of us at the House of Ballads live to serve Wenson and the court. They are the lords and ladies of tradition, embodiments of Fey glory. Without them, we are nothing. I do what I can. Most of the time, it's not enough. I've learned much from the dying races. Life is precious. Our kind often forget that. Goodbye.
Yes? I have a moment I can spare for you. I do not. I'm sorry, but I need more. Time to prepare them. Stay safe.
We've still a long ways now. What is it? That I can do for you? Widows spare you.
sure I'm proud. Aren't I Warsworn?
Pledge shield, is it? Now you're one of us.
So you're the new recruit. Take my advice. Keep your sword sharp, don't sleep in your armor, and never let hirelings get big for their britches. Aye.
Need gauntlets or a fine sword? Aye. Warsworn.
Why, brash dustling. You have no role in fey telling. This story belongs to one of us, not some whelp fresh from the cradle. First that strange maiden, now this. What is it you want here in Gorgoath? She approached each of us who is vying for an empty seat in the House of Ballads, sometimes in the forest, sometimes in the plains. Each time she offered reward beyond our imagining. All she asked in return was that we infiltrate the house as her agent. Needless to say, none accepted. The beast and Gorgoath Hollow work together, like lovers. The grave thresh emerges to feed and kill, to collect sustenance for itself and the Hollow. When it returns to its lair, the thresh is embraced by Gorgoath, wrapped in a warm, living shell that protects it until the next time they hunger. Alas, Sagrell's is a twisted tale, and we could use every available hand. You may stay, but the seat will never be filled by a mortal. Of that I am certain. We were too late to catch the thresh as it fed. Now the beast slumbers guarded by the vines and weeds of Gorgoath. But all is not lost. If we can destroy the roots before they take hold, we can rouse the beast. Come, I'll keep the thresh occupied while you seek out the heart vines. Keep your eyes open. All of this death. I do not understand. The thresh has surrounded itself with allies. We destroyed one heartvine, but there are still others. We should continue. The thresh slumbers in its lair, a protective shell formed of vines of the hollow. We must weaken the nest, keep new shoots from taking root. Keep your eyes open. Thresh has surrounded itself with allies. Give up until it's done. Many of them.
Sir Sagrell was a clever rogue of great and merry cheer. Oh, come and listen to the song of he who had no fear, of he who we hold dear.
Forward! The beast awaits! Be on your guard. I have a feeling the Thresh won't fight alone. I do not like this. They're too powerful. Watch yourself, mortal. They're too powerful. The ring is nearby. Come. The ring is nearby. Come.
times he drank his weight in wine, and many lovers pleased, and drunk from such idle pleasures, with lethargy was seized. On beds of grass he eased.
How can this be? Sir Sagrell dead? I do not understand. Such a tragedy has never occurred in this song, not in all the seasons of the telling. At the end of this ballad, Sagrell defeats the grave thresh. He is victorious. I don't know how, but someone has changed the Song of Sir Sagrell. Listen, we are not alone. I do not like this. There are so many of them. terrible. There are so many of them. There are so many of them.
Times he drank his weight in wine, and many lovers pleased, and drunk from such idle pleasures, with lethargy was seized. On beds of grass he eased.
How can this be? Sir Sagrell dead? I do not understand. Such a tragedy has never occurred in this song, not in all the seasons of the telling. At the end of this ballad, Sagrell defeats the grave thresh. He is victorious. I don't know how, but someone has changed the Song of Sir Sagrell. Listen. We are not alone. I do not like this.
profound and fearsome roar awoke our hero from his rest. The maid of Windermere had called the grave thresh from its nest to have at her behest. Hello again, my friend. I believe congratulations are in order. Isn't that how you mortals express appreciation? Take care.
It's the mortal. Amazing. A child of dust has defeated the grave thresh. What a tale you've claimed for yourself, my friend. You are granted the seat of Sir Sagrell and all privileges hereto, including membership in the Court of Enchantments. Alas, there is no time for celebration. There has been another incident. The king has asked for you. One similar to the plight of Sagrell, I dare say. Another erratic chain of events. The Ballad of Bloody Bones has taken an unexpected turn. The great Sir Ferrara has been sent to face this new challenge, but he will need your assistance. That is how the song is sung. Sir Ferrara tracks the villain Bloody Bones to his lair and rescues the fair maiden, sacrificing himself in the process. This is Ferrara's most selfless act, to give up his own glory for the good of another. It has always been this way, and must be preserved for all seasons. In every telling, Sir Ferrara falls at the hands of bloody bones. But he is not left to perish alone in the cold of Uduath. Sir Sagrell, his knight hand, comes to him. Sagrell revives the fallen hero and brings him back to the lights of this summer life. Without Sagrell, without you, this ballad cannot be sung. Excellent. Speak with King Wenson in the oratory. It stands on the crest of Ettenmere, where it once hosted the lords and ladies of the High Court. Take this potion. You will need it to revive Sir Ferrara. Unless mortals have suddenly created a method of resurrection, it's our only option. You will know when the time has come to use it. Now go, find King Wenson. The telling is in your hands now. A poor cursed soul who wanders the forest in search of his ancient love. She left him, for he was a cruel and lonely villain. Now he takes out his rage on the innocent. Many seasons ago, it was the retreat of the High King himself, where he hunted with the heroes of the Court of Enchantments, and was regaled with the songs of ages past. But that was long ago. The oratory, like so much of our beloved summer court, has wilted in heat of time. It is a hollow shell of what it was. If you must know, it is a potion I concocted with the aid of several companions. It will bring Sir Ferrara back from the brink of death, if used correctly, of course. This ballad requires his survival, and since the usual Sagrell is not here to offer rescue, it is you who must do it. The Court of Enchantments has marched south to face the threat and to quell rumors. They reside in the House Oratory in Ettenmere. Off with you.
Nice to see you.
I don't know if I'll ever take on another apprentice, not after Karth's betrayal. It just goes to show that we gnomes should stay with our own. Farewell.
come in. What do you need today? Come see me again.
Welcome to Gorehart.
I don't know if I'll ever take on another. Apprentice, not after Karth's betrayal. Goodbye.
Hi.
Hey there. I've got supplies if you need them. Don't be a stranger.
Faye, in Gorehart. It is. This is Darden Hill Village, traveller.
Can I help you? You're always welcome at the... Crafters Guild. Our doors are always open.
If you know which end to hold... I've got a sword or two you might put to use.
Good then.
If you know which end to hold, I've got a sword or two you might put to use.
Good then.